Why anime is the best medium for a John Wick prequel? The John Wick anime might become the franchise's best spin-off. John Wick's most mysterious element can be revealed in the anime. Anime can perfectly capture John Wick's action. John Wick's newest project follows a popular trend. The John Wick franchise is known for intense action and epic gunplay, with the popularity of the movies reviving Keanu Reeves' career. From its humble origins as a simple revenge flick, it's gone on to become a sprawling franchise of neo-noir action films with various spin-offs. One of these will be an upcoming John Wick anime series, and it's perfect for the franchise. John Wick somewhat resembles the action of anime anyway, so turning it into an anime series is a logical step. This new entry can reveal the origins of the series' main character, all the while keeping things somewhat mysterious. Likewise, with the franchise's creator back in charge, it will hopefully maintain the quality that viewers have come to expect. The John Wick franchise was co-created by Chad Stahelski, but it's owned by Lionsgate. Nevertheless, 2024 saw Lionsgate make Stahelski the overseer of the brand and its future endeavors. This came after there was seemingly some turbulence for things starting in 2023. That year saw the release of John Wick, Chapter 4, which, like its predecessors, was a critical and financial success. The ending seemingly ended the franchise as viewers know it, but there are still plans for a John Wick, Chapter 5. Sadly, the rest of the series' planned developments haven't gone as smoothly. The Continental was a 2023 TV spin-off that acted as a prequel to the John Wick series, with the focus being on the younger days of John's ally, Winston Scott. While the concept was good, the series itself was lacking at best. Actor Ian McShane, who plays Winston in the main movies, notably criticized the series' very existence as a cash grab, and the overall tone and quality of the John Wick movies was not at all present in the Continental. Likewise, Stahelski was apparently brought on board to redirect several scenes in the upcoming spin-off film Ballerina in order to get the movie in working order, which speaks to the nature and quality of the movie beforehand. Needless to say, John Wick doesn't have the best history with spin-offs. At the same time, these previous projects began production before Chad Stahelski was made to oversee the franchise's development. Thus, the new John Wick anime will have a tighter amount of quality control compared to the likes of projects such as the Continental. Stahelski is clearly passionate about the world of the series and doing right by the characters, so another potential cheap cash grab is probably the opposite of what the anime will be. Likewise, Stahelski at the helm means that a necessary balancing act will be achieved with the show's plot. According to early reports, the John Wick prequel anime will be set before the events of the first movie and showcase John's life before he briefly retired. To this end, it will also show at least some elements of the series' notable, impossible task, which is what John had to achieve in order to return to the life of a civilian to be with his wife. This is something that fans have always wanted to see, but it comes with a certain caveat. After all, the strength of the John Wick series is in how mysterious and esoteric certain elements are, namely, as they relate to the world of assassins. Most have loved the sequels to the series, but some have also disliked the growth in scope and how much of the shadowy world has already been revealed. The second movie had perhaps the best balance, as it built upon the events of John Wick while still sowing the seeds of something much grander. The John Wick anime has to keep things from being explained too much, lest it lose the mystique that's made the franchise so beloved. This is especially the case with the impossible task, which has built up its own level of mystery. It perhaps works best as a plot device that's never truly shown, allowing fans to envision their own version of how it all went down. Actually showing the sequence might end up disappointing, as it has to be done to a perfect degree in order to satisfy fans. Otherwise, things will be as ruined as they were in the Continental, which already set the precedent for disappointing John Wick prequels. At the very least, however, there should be one element of the new anime that succeeds above the rest. Even more than its now iconic characters, the John Wick series is known best for its epic sense of action. A bit more old school in its scope compared to newer action blockbusters, the series is in many ways an update of the sorts of action films seen in the 1980s and 1990s. The hand-to-hand combat is unrivaled in the industry at the moment, with the fight scenes having tons of gritty, bloody weight to them. Even the way in which guns and firearms are handled is different. from other films, making everything feel both heavy in its brutality and fluid in its movement. In a way, John Wick is one of the closest live-action approximations to anime fight scenes, which is why an anime will work so well. The John Wick anime has to absolutely excel in its fight scenes, otherwise, it will fail as both a prequel and an anime. A new entry in the series needs the same level of action as fans are used to, especially since it will be easier to achieve in animation. Anything else will mean that the show doesn't take advantage of the anime format, which is known for boasting incredible action scenes. At the same time, it can't be too over the top just because it's an anime, as this will go too far in the opposite direction. The best route would be to look at shows such as Baki the Grappler or even old-school classics such as Golgo 13. These showcase the stylized action of anime without being as grandiose as later shows such as Dragon Ball Z or Naruto. In following their example, the new John Wick series could be one of the best new anime adaptations to come out in recent years. Anime as a whole has become incredibly popular in the past few years, with the industry and the manga that many works are based on seeing tremendous success compared to decades past. This renewed interest arguably began in the 2010s with the success of shows such as Attack on Titan and the later revival of the Dragon Ball brand. Now, it's manifesting in the form of various anime adaptations of Western properties. Many of these are shows on Netflix, with one of the biggest examples being the series Cyberpunk: Edge Runners. This was based on the Cyberpunk 2077 video game and actually helped push that title beyond its initial controversy and turn it into a major hit. A more recent Netflix anime series in this same vein is the show Terminator Zero, which is based on the James Cameron movie franchise. The Tomb Raider and Rick and Morty anime are the same way, and they prove how popular and successful these anime translations can be. The John Wick anime is thus coming out at the right time, as it can take advantage of this zeitgeist and the still strong popularity of its own brand. Thus, when the series is finally released, likely on the Peacock streaming platform, it will hopefully end up being a major hit for fans of anime and the Chad Stahelski series itself. At the time, while there are some anime on Peacock, the platform isn't exactly known for offering too many anime. John Wick can help raise the anime profile of Peacock and get more of these shows exclusively on the platform. Most importantly, it will follow an already successful formula, one that will hopefully extend the life of the John Wick franchise far beyond what fans originally expected of the series. Fans are clearly receptive to the idea of Western properties being turned into anime, and given that the ending of John Wick, Chapter 4 was actually inspired by the anime classic Cowboy Bebop, it's already halfway there as a brand.